This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not translating the lyrics of Boogie Oogie Oogie for bored Europeans, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World.
Are you a small business owner in Seattle who was impacted by COVID-19? The Seattle Office of Economic Development is investing $8 million to connect small businesses to operating capital. The Small Business Capital Access Program will lower the cost of Washington State Small Business Flex Fund loans by paying down 25% of the loan principal. Eligible small businesses can borrow up to $150,000 with a 4% interest rate to cover expenses like payroll, rent, utilities, and supplies.
What's on your heart? Are you exhausted at the lack of progress for people of color in business, politics, and life? This is Cindy Bright, the host of Heartbeat Radio. Each week, we explore this heart condition of the country that is affecting you and me. We have real conversations about what's necessary for change. It's time to change this dialogue. Will you join this Heartbeat weekly, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio?
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio World. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio .world. Get enough of that. Can't get enough of that.
Ay Pilipino, ang dugo'y maalikas.
Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat, saan man kayo naroon, wherever you are in the world. Ito po ang Fil-Am Radio Show, broadcasting live every Tuesday afternoon from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Shuttle time. That's every Wednesday from 4 to 5:30 a.m. Philippine time and 6 to 7:30 a.m. Australian time through the magic of StreamYard and the facilities of Rainier Avenue Radio World in Seattle, Washington, USA. Ito po si Salvador at ang aking pong mga kasama ay...
Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili.
And Vicky Navarro. Nice to see everyone today. Hello, family.
Hello. Our producer is Daniel Velez of Rainier Avenue Radio World. Our program is internet-based, so you can listen and watch live right now, saan man kayo naroon, anywhere in the world. Just log on to www.rainieravenue.world or in YouTube. Hanapin po lamang ang Fil-Am Radio Show episode 240 na po tayo ngayon. Our show is video recorded by producer Daniel Beres, so you can watch later at your own convenience through the Facebook page of Rainier Avenue Radio.world, YouTube, or through my Facebook page, Kuya Bert Angels Washington, and Vicky Navarro. Just look for Fil-Am Radio Show, episode 240. We broadcast in Taglish, so our speaking audience can understand the show. So for now, just relax and enjoy our show. Thank you. Salamat po. Our opening song.
Well, yung aking special opening prayer muna, Miles.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, Kuya Bert.
Okay, let's bow our heads.
Sorry.
Ama namin, purihin ang iyong pangalan. Bagamat po di kami karapat-dapat, ay nangahas kaming sumamo sa inyo na basbasan po ninyo ang aming mga pamilya, mga kaibigan at ang lahat ng tumatangkilik sa aming programa ngayong hapon. Kawaan niyo po ang mga kapatid namin na may mga karamdaman na pagkalooban ng madaling paggaling o ng kaginhawahan. Kawaan din niyo po ang mga kapatid naming naliligaw ng landas, pinag-aarian ng mainit na simbuyo at kataasan na pagkalooban ng maliwanag na isip at kahinahunan upang magsipagbalik loob sa inyo. Maghari nawa sa lahat ng tao ang mabuting pagsasamahan, kababaang loob at kapayapaan ngayon at magpakailan paman. Siya nawa. Amen. Thank you.
Sorry, Bert. I never had a sleep yet. That's why my brain is still asleep. Oh, dear.
Andito na raw, Miles, yung ating special guest ngayon. Kaya sabayan natin siya dito sa ating let's welcome her.
Yes.
And then you could listen to our opening song, di ba?
Yeah. Our special guest is Cherry G from Seattle, Washington.
All right.
USA. Yay! Good afternoon, Cherry. How are you?
That's beautiful, Miss Sherry.
And of course, Miles, huwag natin kalimutan na si Irving Mendoza.
Yeah, I was meant to mention that. Thank you, Irving Mendoza, for recommending Cherry to our program. And Irving Mendoza said hi again, Miles, Bert, Vicky, and special guest, my singing friend, Cherry G. Okay, our opening song is Nobody by our special guest, Cherry. Yay! I've been waiting to feel it for so long. I mean, just what I will do when I heard your song. I feel my heart race. You give me freedom. And you want me on my business. I needed someone. And I was flying through the stuff. But this I will live forever. Come on, sing with me, y'all. I wait for night to come to bring it to me. I can't believe I'm the one. I was so lonely. I feel like no one to feel. I must be treated. I want to you put your arms around me. You put your arms around me. Yan po ang Ain't No Good by Cherry. I just want to say hello to Efren Pascual. Good afternoon, everyone. He said, thank you, Efren, for watching.
I was,
right.
Medyo nabigla ako sa kanta na yun, ha?
Yeah.
Parang biglang naputol, yata.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Do you speak Tagalog, Cherry?
Opo.
Ay,
Tagalog tsaka
salamat naman.
Bisaya.
Oo. And it's really nice because now we are starting with our very own singer from Seattle.
Yes, we are.
For
Yeah.
some
The
time,
the
we have
most
Thank you
had a
po
lot
for
of
beautiful
having
entertainers
me.
Sherry G.
from Australia. Now we are back to the Seattle area. So welcome again, Cherry.
Thank you po for
Yes.
having me. It's an honor.
You're
Welcome,
welcome.
Miss Sherry G. It's wonderful to have someone here from Seattle, Washington, for today's special guest, all the way from Cebu, Philippines, and I just admire your bio as you were started at the age of 4 years old. Can you tell us a little bit more as your starting singing career, starting in the Philippines? Thank you.
Yes, but I started when I was 4. I was born in that was in Santa Fe, Cebu, in Bantayan Island. So I started singing there mainly, and then we moved to the city of Cebu, and I continue my singing journey there. Then I moved back here. I mean, not moved back here. I'm sorry. I moved here when I was 18, and then I continued doing my singing over here, which is a blessing.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you when you were starting at the age of 4, did you join contests, or were you just already starting your career as a singer in
um,
the
as,
Philippines?
as far as I remember, po, I think it was a singing contest, and
Mm-hmm.
I was the youngest one there. I think it's supposed to be my sister who's supposed to do the contest, but she backed out, and so I was the one who's like, "Oh, I want to do it."
So so your family, do they all sing, or is it just you and your sister? Or can you
Um,
tell me about your family that do they have a singing career also with you?
so my older sister was the first singer in the island when I was younger, and then so she's only me and her within the family. But most of
Mhm.
my cousins, my aunts are also singer back home.
Oh, wow.
My cousins as well, and my dad.
Okay. And then can you also tell us a little bit about your career on looks like you were on a TV show. Can you explain as a guest performer
Oh,
on
we got cut off there
GMI?
for a minute.
Oh,
Mhm.
can you hear me, Miss Sherry?
Yes,
Can you hear
I
me?
can hear
Okay.
you now.
So
You were
I was just admiring your bio regarding as a guest performer on a GMA. Can you tell us a little bit more about your performance there on that TV show on GMA?
Yeah, I used to be a guest performer for Singit Cebu. It's called Singit Cebu. It's a GMA um Bisaya version like talent show.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do guest show there every other Sunday or once a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was like 13 or 14 around that age, and I was still back in Cebu. But
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So did you ever get a chance to experience singing with actors and actress back home in the Philippines?
um
And
yes, I may have. I don't remember their name, but I was really young when I did the uh what do you call this? Vocal coach, vocal lesson. We used to have like a show like once every year, and they would
Mhm.
have like celebrities come in. The only thing that I would probably say was a big thing was when I came here. I recently have like 3 years ago before COVID. Jaya, that was one of the
Ooh.
amazing
Mhm.
one that I've done as far as singer in the Philippines, Filipino celebrity
Oh,
that I've
wow.
done.
Yeah. Vicky and Cherry
Yes.
Kubert, just a minute. I just want to read down the comments. Uh, Telma Nunez is watching,
Hello
and
po, Auntie.
Connie Smith said, "Good luck, Cherry." And Irving Mendoza said to Cherry, "Hi, Miss Beautiful Cherry G." You're so busy with spreading yourself with all the bands you partake in,
Mm.
especially with your group, Diva Fiba group. Yan.
Thank you, Kuya
Okay.
Irving.
So, and then as I as ringing your, you see, reading your bio, you moved here at the age of 18 years old. And did you start your singing career right away, or did it take time to get you back into singing, into the bands and everything? And can you explain a little bit, who do you perform with right now?
Yeah, of course. It took a bit of a time. It took me maybe a couple years from when I moved here, to get back to singing. I started with doing my original music, and it was actually this guy named Anthony Manahan. He used to be in a
Okay.
battalion. He was the one who put me as a guest singing on his events. And then from there, I met Kuya Donfi. He's also Donfi Music here, mainly locally in Seattle. He introduced me to the cover band music. So shout out to Kuya Donfi. From there, I met. Then from there on, it's just I met the harmonious funk. That was mainly from Kuya Chris Arsenio. Rest in peace for him. He was the one who also kind of connect me to the cover band music part, and then from there on, the list goes on.
Wow. Ang galing mo, sister. Do you you said over here it also says that you are in a band. Anong pangalan ang band mo, sis?
Ngayon po, Ate Vicky, I'm a freelance cover band singer.
Okay.
But I work mainly po for currently with Surround Sound Band. They're more of a soul R&B band. And then I also work with the Hit Explosion Band. Hit Explosion Band have been here for like over 10 years. So they're well known as far as cover band goes. So that, and at the moment I'm working on a project that Kuya Irving mentioned out. This is the Diva Fiva group that I'm trying to put together. It's a tribute band covering all the females from back in the day till now. So it's more like female empowerment band, which is very rare to see here in Seattle. So we're trying to put that together. So that one is my main goal for future.
Oh wow! Can you tell us when will that be in going forward? When the Diva Viva is gonna happen?
Hold on,
You guys-
Ate, I can't hear you. Give me just a moment. Let me move my thing. Hold on.
Okay.
So maybe when she comes back,
Yeah.
we could hear another song.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go, pa. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No worries. And then can you tell me a little bit more of that Diva Fiva? Is that coming up? When will that happen? And then are you looking for more singers around Washington State, or how are you connecting with how to be part of that project?
Diva Fiva po, it's currently still in the process, but we've been doing shows. So it already has we already have a front line, so we're diverse, 3 of us. So one of my best friend is from the Netherlands. She's also a singer. Her name is Davia. And one of my other close friends, she's also my best friend, Trisha. She's from the Caribbean. So we're like diverse front line. As far as potentially working with other musicians, we're also open to do that for future. Absolutely. The project is, our goal is to be able to work with everyone and to give like another local musician or upcoming singer a chance to shine. So we're gonna be doing absolutely a 15 minutes guest feature for that project. Absolutely, yeah. But it's still in the work, not fully done.
Excuse me, Vicky and Cherry and Kuya Bert. I just want to acknowledge Violet Navarro because mom. Hello everyone.
Ma.
And Irving Mendoza said to Cherry, how do you make time to practice with all the bands you play with? There you go, Cherry.
How do I make time for this? Is a really good question. um, well, mainly one of the bands, because I've done this gig with them for like 3, 4 years now, and the song is I'm pretty much familiar with. So for those songs, I don't practice often, but when it comes to like working with new band, like for instance, this Saturday I'm working with a new band called Soundproof Band. I have to learn like some of their songs. As far as making time, I do try to take at least 1 hour or 2 hours. Or sometimes when I'm driving on the way to work, I just like practice there and sing in the car. I actually prefer that. It's more of my private time. And since I'm a single mom, so it's a bit difficult to do it at home.
Busy.
That's true.
Yeah. So can you before we start our song, we would
Yeah.
like to hear you live, but I have a question regarding your how do they connect with you? Do you have a manager, or how does the community connect to you as far as to do performances as a freelance? Can you explain everyone what is a freelance entertainer?
Okay. Well, I do have eventually was able to build up a connection directly to like the manager or the actual owner of that band LLC. Like for instance, Hit Explosion. Harry is the main band leader or the owner of that LLC. So he would just reach out to me. Hey, I have a gig and this and this and that. Are you available? All I have to do is just say click yeah. So that's just like having that connection eventually on the long run. It took a while to get to know them, but as soon as you're able to build that working relationship with them and you show up, you do your job, you sing there, you show up on time and so, then they will keep asking you to come sing. And as far as other bands that know of me, it's just because we're within the music scene.
I see.
And I would probably most likely say it could be because of also marketing, like social media. I've been trying to be on top of that. So that could be it.
Yes. And that is also on a Facebook page, a personalized Facebook page?
Yes.
Okay. So we would like to, Ate Miles, do you want to go ahead, Kuya Bert, have her sing her first live session?
Is it gonna be live or?
Yeah, she will sing live too. But before that, I just want to read some comments, because they're watching. Presi Gallegos Morillo said, hello, Vicky. It's
Hello,
nice
Presi.
watching to you because I'm enjoying the way you talk and your explanation are very, very clear.
Thank you,
And
Presi.
Badayan Nunez. Hi, Vicky. Good afternoon, everybody. So let's listen to Cherry singing live. Okay, yay.
It will be a cappella po.
Oh, no
Okay,
worries,
no
sis.
worries.
Go.
Yeah.
It will
Okay.
be okay. I will be singing Whitney Houston because that's my favorite song, and I've always grew up singing Whitney Houston, and it's the most comfortable song I can do. So I'm gonna do "Saving All My Love for You" by Whitney.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go. A few stolen moments is all that we share. You got your family and they need you there. Though I try to resist being last on your list, 'cause no other man's gonna do. So I'm saving all my love for you. There you go.
That's a good.
Amazing.
I like that.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, that's very good. So, sister, man, wow.
Short
So-
and sweet, but at
Yeah.
least we could hear your voice, and how you sing. Thank you very much. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was a little nervous there. Kuya Bert, I think I know your son.
Oh, never mind. He's gonna be joining us in a few minutes.
Yeah, I think he used to be in the band I was with.
Okay. In
Yeah,
fact,
there
here
you
he is
go.
now.
Hi, Paul.
Hi.
Oh! Hey,
You're
brother.
muted.
Well, Norbert has
You're
been in the band
You're
too.
muted. Norb, you're.
Norb,
Sorry
okay,
about
there
that.
you
Hey,
go.
what's up? Hey, Cherry, shout out to you. That was a great transition. I don't know if you planned that, but it's like, when should I come into the show? And then Cherry goes, hey, I think I know your son. It's like, boom, and then Dana brings me in. That was just like we rehearsed. No, but I'm glad to be here. Auntie Miles, good to see you. Dad, of course. Auntie Vicky and Cherry, I loved hearing you sing. You're awesome. You're amazing.
Thank you. I've heard a lot about you.
Oh no!
Only good things, I
A lot
hope.
of good things.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I was going to say before I forget, you know how we always do the birthdays and then you do the birthday song? You got to let Cherry sing a birthday live serenade. That's just my request. You got all these great singers. Why not let them sing happy birthday? That's just, my suggestion. Don't you think that'd be good, Cherry? When we get to that point in the show?
Yeah, maybe after the break, because
when we get to the birthday part,
3 minutes here.
Yeah.
And any excuse to hear Cherry
That
sing
will
more.
be great. Yeah, that's good.
Before we go to the
Okay,
break,
Bert.
Miles, before we go to the break, I just have some very
after
important.
the break, only a few minutes.
Yeah, I just wanna express my sympathy to the family of Willie Garcia, whom I understand passed away, I think this weekend. We have known Willie Garcia since the time that we arrived in the United States, and I just would like to express our deepest sympathies to the children, because I know that Sally Garcia passed some maybe 2-3 years ago, and now it's Willie Garcia. So may he rest in peace. And the second thing that I like to announce is that as dual citizens, we already have received our ballots for the elections that are coming up in the Philippines. And you could imagine there are 10 candidates for president in the Philippines. 10. And you're going to vote for one. And they have 9 candidates for vice president. It doesn't go together like here. The president is voted separately and the vice president is voted separately. And out of the 10 presidential, you vote for one. And out of the 9 vice presidential candidates, you vote for one. And on top of that, there are 12 senators that you have to vote for, and there are so many of them. And what's even more amazing is there are 178 they call party list, and you're gonna just vote for one. So right after the show, I'm gonna see how I could handle all of this. But the point I'm bringing out is that if you are a dual citizen, you should have received your ballot already. So with that, we got about 5 minutes, and we lost Miles there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
So you're back in time for our first news break.
First station break. So stay tuned po. We'll be back. Okay. Thank you, Danielle.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not translating the lyrics of Boogie Oogie Oogie for bored Europeans, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Northwest Film Forum's Collective Power Fund is now open for grant applications. Grants are starting at $2,000 up to $10,000 for individual or artist collectives. The annual grant cycle focuses primarily on supporting art that incites public dialogue, pushes boundaries, explores genre fluidity, speaks its truth through an authentic perspective, and is often non-traditional, anti-institutional, socially responsible, or disruptive of any existing structures and conventions. Learn more and apply at collectivepowernw.org.
Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station.
This is Cindy Bright, the host of Heartbeat Radio.
Ako po si Rolly Polintan.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star
This
Time.
is Paul Schneider today on the 73rd edition.
Hey,
of Sports
y'all.
and
Welcome
Stuff
to
on Rainier
Travelers
Avenue
Guide to
Radio.
Princess Princess Robin.
Risha Fairy Godmothers. You guys know me pretty well.
Your home for information about the impact of the
And
coronavirus.
amongst many things that's difficult about this virus is that it prevents
it's been devastating. There are really heartbreaking stories of people who have.
There isn't anyone that isn't impacted.
shutting our schools down, including all athletic programs.
Your first-hand accounts.
We got here to test, and I'm going to tell them that I was positive.
A lot of people who know me, I'm still the first person they know.
But it was almost like you were patient zero for South Seattle. Your stories of community coming together.
Partner very heavily with Tacoma Urban League, who is doing some amazing work in response.
I do think small businesses are giving out loans to small businesses.
And so I think it's very important that we have leaders who feel.
I mean, I cannot tell you we're calling 20, 30, 40 members.
This crisis in our community, we've been working to address it.
Rainier Avenue Radio, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
DJ Dirty John.
Karen Z with Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hey, this is Hercule Cool. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. We got you covered. Local impact, global presence.
We broadcast. Welcome to Rainier Avenue Radio.world and our weekly coverage of the impact of the communities. Continuation of our series. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us again here. And then again, now we are aware of the fact that we are and more focused
Live from Upper Left USA, this is Caleb Brown with Unleashed Entertainment. You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Kami pa yung babalik sa inyo lahat. Ito po si Miles Salvador and
Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili.
Kuya Bert.
Vicky Navarro.
And Vicky. And Norb.
Hey everybody,
and
this is Norb Caoili, also known as NorbCam. Talking sports.
And our special guest, Miss
Sherry G.
Yes, yes.
You know, Miles, I noticed that, of course, I heard earlier that we have somebody who's helping Daniel, our producer, and his name is Caleb. So I'd like
Hi, Caleb. Welcome.
Greet Caleb. And maybe point out the fact that on the streaming during the break, it said our special guest was Maribel. That was the last week. Okay, our special guest now is Cherry G.
Yeah, I noticed that too, Kuya Bert. Okay, so we can hear Cherry sing the birthday song. Are we going to the birthday greetings, Kuya Bert?
Yeah, I think that would be a good transition too. Let's start with asking our special guest if she would like to greet people.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you want to do some shout outs and some birthdays, that would be wonderful.
Awesome. Okay, well, should I start now?
Yes. Go ahead, sister.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, dear birthday. Whoever's having a birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we will dedicate that beautiful song to first, hey, Norb, because you're the one who cannot mention the fact that Terry has a beautiful birthday song. You might want to start by maybe greeting somebody, a shout out to somebody who's got a birthday.
Let's see. I don't really have any.
Dedicated to all birthday celebrants.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't have any birthday greetings, but I do have a kind of an exciting announcement. So my nephew on my wife's side, Mark Manio, He's been dating Scott Hoying. He's the lead singer of the band Pentatonics, the a cappella group. And they recently just got engaged a few days ago. So let's just say the congratulations to Mark Manio and Scott Hoying. They'll be getting married sometime next year. So pretty excited for them. So big news around the family the last few days when they announced that. So congratulations, Mark and Scott.
I have a few birthday greetings that I'd like to bring out. April 17, Irene Solveta, Tessie Corpus, Teresita Garmilias. April 19, our good friend from the Philippines, Epifanio Reyes. And my good friend, Kari Muratami. On April 20, Lisa Puño, And April 21, Rosie Agosto. April 23, I have Marcelo Vergara. That's the husband of Mom's sister. Also, my nephew, Bay Jorge Caoili, and Expedita Castro. And finally, on April 24th, this lady, Miles, Fidelity de la Cruz, Tess Manuel, and Rico Magsino in the Philippines. That's about what I have for birthdays from April 17 to 24. So your turn, maybe Vicky, because I noticed that Miles has
just left the building. Miles has left the building.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I have a long list of birthdays, as some shout outs. Happy birthday to Filipino A. Flares, Kuya. Carolyn Ship Ternary, Kuya Anselmo Magalona, Justin Nassis, Keith Lester, Cecilia, Tui Louis Irza, Ancino Balos, Leah Luanata, Odette Sarte sister, happy birthday. Leonala Avilia, Sister Shay Mendoza, Niob Garcia, Becca Teliofoa, Aga Bautista, Esther Mega, John Tifoga, Lilala Moon, Renee Malare, Sister Sylvia Kennedy, De Leon Shanae, Wang Galero, and then to my partner, my in crime, my love, happy birthday, Ronnie Flarish yesterday. So thank you so much.
Wow.
Sister Sherry, before gets back on. Oh, there she is.
I'm back. Oh dear. Yeah, I want to say happy birthday to the following. Teresa April 22. Arian May from Olongapo City, Philippines, April 22. Ali Farkas of Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia, April 24. Jam Tagle Garcia from Tokyo, Japan, April 23. Mina Raimundo Ferrer of Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, April 24. And Fidelity de la Cruz, mother of Angelic Precious de la Cruz from Lakewood, Washington, April 24. Happy birthday po sa inyong lahat. Yan po.
Happy birthday.
And
Miss Sherry, do you have any shout outs or birthdays that you want to greet out into the radio show?
Good question. Not for April, I don't think.
Okay.
But happy birthday to everyone who's having a birthday this month.
Oh,
Yeah.
great, wonderful.
I sure would like to hear that, at least, that song that you just, the happy birthday song. Can we hear it again? It is short anyway. So we could just say happy birthday again to everybody. So
Encore performance.
Yeah.
Another encore happy birthday song.
Yeah.
Yep, go girl.
Norbert talked so much about your song. I don't know how he knew about it. Let's go ahead, Miss Sherry.
Okay, we're gonna do another birthday song, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do another birthday song to all the birthday celebrants for April and for May. So here we go, another happy birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right.
Hey!
Thank you.
Okay, Bert, I just want to acknowledge Norma Abiog is watching from Eastwood, Quezon City, Philippines. Hi, Norma.
That's
How are
nice.
you? Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad. Yeah. Well, you know Norma, huh? Norm. You
Oh, yeah.
remember Norma?
Haven't
Yeah.
seen her in a while, but yes, of course. Several years now.
All
Yeah.
right. So should
Let's
we?
go back to Vicky with her
Okay. So
question.
we have a couple questions here. Two from Irving. To Miss Sherry G. Have you ever thought to just get together with just some of your fellow Filipino musicians like myself and create a band just to sing some of OPM's or Tagalog songs for community events?
Absolutely, that's always been open for me. I know to sing Tagalog songs. I know a lot of them. I mean, it's just been with my schedule. It has been difficult from the last 3 years, but lately I've been a little bit more opening up and able to work with a lot of people. So yes, absolutely. I actually, from time to time, I do go to like birthday events where I sing Tagalog songs and jam with Filipino bands. So yes, and I started with Filipino bands, so that's always been open for me to work with anyone. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So a couple more questions. I would love to hear some Tagalog songs, but
Yes.
do you ever play any instruments, and how do you take care of your voice? And do you have a teacher who has been with you that guided you all the way to where you are today?
Okay, so let me start with if I ever play any music. I try, but no, I unfortunately no. I don't play any music, any instruments as much as I should have. As far as how do I take care of my voice? Well, I did came to a point where I didn't really take good care of my voice because I was doing gigs like every weekend. Kuya Norb probably know the band I used to work with Groove Nation. We were pretty busy. They were former Rhythm Nation. Um, I was working with them almost every weekend. I was also working with another band. So I would highly advise to anyone who's trying to do this type of career is to take some time, take it slow, always make time for yourself, your health, and your vocal cords is the most important thing that you need to take care of. And I've learned that the hard way because I wasn't able to sing falsetto for like a long time since I've been doing so much gigs. But lately I've been doing really good about making sure I sleep. That's one most important thing. Sleep after doing singing, especially if it's like a 3-hour show. Always sleep. Drink some tea. What I normally do before singing, I would drink like a hot tea with just lemon. I don't even put the honey on it. I do that like later on. After the gig, and then that's all I normally do as far as taking care. Just sleep and make sure you get enough rest after the gigs. Yeah.
Wonderful. So there's another question here, and we need to get to Norb pretty soon and let us know some updates with the sports. And I know that Brother Irving here has a question for Norb. The question here is. Do you recently saw a Facebook post of you singing at the Manila Oriental store in Auburn? How was that on the spot singing with Domfeet Music?
Yeah, well, I've always been put on the spot. My mom, when I was young, she would, I would go to a birthday or fiesta events, and I would just be put on the spot. So it's normal for me growing up. It's like a normal thing. Hey, you come here, you sing. I just, yeah, okay. I guess
Sounds
I'll
familiar.
Just sing. I have no choice but to sing, or else, you know what's gonna happen if I don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was just fine. Plus, Kuya Dumpy, I've been working with him in the past. He was technically the main reason why I started my cover band journey here in Seattle. So shout out to Kuya Dumpy. He's been a big person for this with my music career here within. So yeah, it wasn't as bad. And plus, Kuya Mark it's like family. So
Yeah. Well, maybe someday you can perform in our store, Arts of Love. We do have a stage up in there, and we would love to have you perform when you get a chance. So come check us out, Arts of Love. We do
Arts
have a
of Love,
stage.
okay.
Yes, come check it. We're at the Auburn Outlet Mall, and we were open to performers and singers who would like to come join us. And Norb, well, what's up with the sports today? We have.
Before I do that, I wanted to ask Cherry, because you mentioned the band Rhythm Nation that I was in for a few years, and then you joined that band this years afterwards. But what years were you in that band from?
Oh God, good question. I was there probably. It was after Olivia. So 2015.
Oh, 18.
No,
Okay.
really new.
Fairly recently. Okay.
Yeah, and I also talked to Ate April. She's amazing.
Oh, she's awesome. I got to sing with her in Vegas one time when I went to visit her. She was like, "Get on the stage." So I got to perform with her I think it was at the Paris Casino for a couple songs. So yeah. It's
I also
small
talked
world.
to her about getting advice. She's amazing. I love her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay.
talk sports here.
Norb. Excuse me, Norb. Irving,
Yes.
I got a question for you. To Norb, what's the rumorville on Baker Mayfield? I read that the Seahawks and the Panthers are maybe interested. That's for you, Norb.
Well, a good way to transition to the sports segment here. So, about the Seahawks. Yes, the Seahawks, as everybody knows, Russell Wilson was traded to the Denver Broncos, and we got their quarterback, Drew Lock, in exchange. Obviously, Drew Lock is not exactly Russell Wilson, so there's a lot of people wondering, what are the Seahawks going to do at quarterback? Well, there was speculation about Baker Mayfield, who is currently the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. However, since they did pick up Deshaun Watson, paying a whopping $230 million to get the services of one Deshaun Watson from the Texans, Baker Mayfield is kind of on the out. So a lot of teams are looking to maybe pick him up, Seahawks being one of them. But I personally don't think the Seahawks will go his direction. It would cost a lot of money and possibly draft capital, and I just don't think he's that good, to be honest with you. So to answer your question, Irving, I don't think the Seahawks are going to go to make Baker Mayfield. However, recently, their backup quarterback, Geno Smith, who's been the backup to Russell Wilson for a number of years, they just recently re-signed him to a one-year deal worth $3.5 million, only $500,000 guaranteed. So he has $3.5 million in incentives. So he could make a lot of money if he accomplishes a certain number of goals. So I like these kind of contracts because you're not putting a lot of guaranteed money into a player. He has to earn it. He can make a lot if he does a lot. So he'll be definitely in the competition for the starting quarterback role as we try to figure out who's going to take Russell Wilson's spot moving forward from this spot. Speaking of future quarterback positions, we do have the big day, one of the biggest days in football that's not game related, the NFL draft. It starts a week from Thursday, and it's one of the biggest events where all you do is watch people walk up to a stage and get hugged and high-fived by the commissioner, and then you watch a bunch of highlights. But this is basically one of the biggest days because we get to find out what the team's future players are going to look like. So the Seahawks, for the first time in a long time, will be drafting at the number 9 spot. That's 9 players in. They haven't been drafting that high since 2010. So this is kind of a unique spot, a lot of pressure, a lot of spotlight on what are the Seahawks going to do when they draft at that spot. Will they take a player? What player will they take? Will they trade that spot and get more picks from later on, which is something they typically do? But we will find out Thursday. I will be doing some live coverage of the draft, particularly when the Seahawks get to that number 9 pick, and we'll be broadcasting it on my NorbCam YouTube channel. So come check that out on Thursday when the NFL draft starts. It's about 5 o'clock on Thursday next week. Let's see. One thing I wanted to mention is a lot of you know Mama Blue. Mama Blue is one of the most famous, longest time Seahawks fans all around, and she is recently was facing pancreatic cancer last year. Unfortunately, she fought through it and beat the cancer and is in remission. But in the process, there's been a lot of bills, a lot of medical assistance that she's had to have. We raised some money to help her get through that fight. But now she's celebrated her 91st birthday this year. She's trying to get to 92. And so some of those funds are running low, and we're trying to help keep her going. So we are doing a fundraiser for her at our website, fansforgood.org. So if we have a second, I want to play this very short video. A little bit, for those of you who don't know who Mama Blue is, here is a quick snippet of our trip when we went to go to the Football Hall of Fame back in 2017. Check it out. She's quite the hoot.
My legs don't work, my arms don't work, but my mouth works. When you get this old, you really can say and do any darn thing you want, because what are they going to do, arrest me? I mean, and if they did, where are they going to put me, you know? I mean, in the old folks section of the jail? Well, then I could have more of an audience. Hi, have a good day, and hi there, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a long time. Hi, how you doing? Hi, guys, how you doing?
Oh, we got a Seahawk fan in Ohio. Look at that.
Come here, don't tell your mom, and I'll show you all my new things. Oh, never mind. You didn't. No, I'm kidding. I was inducted in Pro Football Hall of Fame in '99. And I go, here, you can have that. It isn't nude, honestly. Watch out, world, because here I come.
Wow.
There you go. So that's Mama
great.
Blue. Very funny lady. Probably one of the most recognizable fans in all of Seahawks Nation. So, but she's doing well, but 91 years old. So she's definitely got her challenges, even though she put cancer in remission. But she doesn't go to as many Seahawks games now, just because the doctor didn't want her to go around because they didn't want her to be exposed to COVID. And then two, it's just getting harder and harder for her to make her way through the stadium. So we're just trying to help her out any way we can. So fansforgood.org is the website that we are trying to raise some funds for her. Other news, let's wrap things up tonight. The Mariners, who are at 5-5 right now, doing well after beating, taking the series away from the Houston Astros, will face the Texas Rangers tonight for a 3-game series at the home field, T-Mobile Park. And hopefully they can keep this run going. We want to see them make the playoffs this year. So it's just getting started, but Mariners, they're a lot of fun to watch. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Norb, Vicky, Kuya Bert, and Cherry. Before we go back to Cherry, I just want to acknowledge one of our avid followers of the show and a friend of us, Norma Salcedo. How are you, Norma? Nora Salcedo. Thank you, Nora, for watching. Thank you so much. Back to you, Vicky.
Okay, Miss Cherry. I have a couple more questions before we get into singing in Tagalog in a few. Do you also, what is your best performance, your fondest memories of any of in your music careers? Was it in your house? Was it in a concert? What is one of your fondest musical memories that you'd like to share with us today?
I have a lot. I would just say that there's so many of them. I don't really have one specific one. I would say being around good people, good friends that does the same exact mission, just enjoying what you do is like the most best thing to ever experience. So that I could say, but I did had a lot of experiences, but I would say maybe one of the main one that I could maybe remember is doing the Jaya concert, because it's very rare. I was able to actually witness her sing because I've always been a fan of her. So being part of that, shout out to Kuya Mark. He was the one who put me into that gig. So I would say that was one of the most fun I've ever done. And being able to sing Tagalog songs, that kind of brings back home. So I would say that was one of the best one.
Oh, wonderful. And then can you also, before we get to your song, can you tell us who is your famous musician that you admire as a singer? Which famous musicians do you admire? Whether it's
famous
Filipino or here in here in the States.
I have two. So one, really, I grew up listening to Whitney. So she's always been my main my main favorite. As far as Filipino singer, Regine Velasquez is my other favorite singer. So those two as the top
wonderful.
ones.
So let's listen to Miss Sherry G and singing Tagalog before we go to our next break.
Okay, so the next song is gonna be a Tagalog song. I think I've sang this also at Kuya Mark's Halo Halo, which you should check it out. It's in Auburn. So I'm gonna do Tuwing Umulan because it's always raining here in Seattle. It's always a perfect song to sing. Okay, so here we go. And this is by Regine Velasquez. So, pagmasdan ng ulan, unti-unting pumapatak sa mga halamat, mga ulaklak. Pagmasdan ang dilim, unti-unting bumabalot sa buong paligid tuwing umuulan. Kasabay ng ulan, bumubuhos sa'yo ang ganda. Kasabay mo ng hangin kumakanta. Maaari bang huwag ka na sa piling ko'y lumisan pa hanggang ang hangin tulay tumila na. Buhos na ulan aking mundo'y lunuring tuluyan. Tulad ng pag-agos mo, di mapipigil ang puso kong naliliya. Pag-ibig ko'y umaapaw, damdamin ko'y umiiyaw sa tuwa. Tuwing umuulan at kapiling ka. There you go. Thank you po.
Galing.
I was kind of nervous there.
Can't tell. Cannot tell.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Okay, Bert, Vicky, Norb, and Sherry. Before we go to Vicky's latest report on her events, let's go to our second station break. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you, Danielle.
Radio.world. Don't forget to log on www.RainierAvenueRadio.app.
No, that's the wrong one again.
You probably have questions about COVID vaccines. Here are some answers about how they're being made.
How are COVID vaccines being produced faster?
Usually, vaccine testing and production are separate steps. But because of the pandemic, vaccines are being developed on parallel tracks. So both steps are happening just at the same time.
How are the vaccines being tested?
Right now, several different COVID vaccines are in testing. Each go through multiple clinical trials with up to thousands of volunteers.
How do vaccines get approved?
Not all COVID vaccine versions will make it to the final stages of testing and approval. Produced vaccines that do not pass clinical trials will be destroyed. But for those that do pass, a team of medical experts will examine test results and possible side effects. If the vaccine is effective and safe, it gets approved and gets to you. Go to covidvaccinewa.org to learn more. A message from the state of Washington.
The Beat of the Fox with Nastiness is back on K-Fox Night Beat.
Yo, what's the deal? It's the legendary Hall of Fame DJ Mixmaster Ice from UTFO.
What's up? Who you thought this is? This is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And this is Terry Lewis.
And I'm Grand Mixer GMS.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Third Degree.
This is JJ Hudson from the High Children family.
Sunday nights from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's K-Fox Night Beat with DJ Nastiness.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music. Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
That's my noise.
Peace.
On Rainier Avenue Radio.world, look for the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show. I'm Dennis Weaver, your good food guide and host, helping you to feel good and look good, and who wouldn't want some of that? All that and more from the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Stories, songs, and guests. Begin living the organic good food life, and the rest of your life just may be the best of your life. Always up, baby, to your health.
Sa Washington, karamihan ay sang-ayon na ang ating kalsada ay ligtas pag isinangtabi ang telepono. Pero hindi ito madali. Ibahagi ang mensaheng ito at maging halimbawa. Bago umalis, ilagay ang telepono sa glove box. Iset sa Do Not Disturb. Hikayatin ng mga kaibigan at pamilya na gawin din ito. Dahil pag ginawa ang parte natin, ang kalsada ay ligtas para sa lahat. Sabay tayong isang mensahe mula sa Washington Traffic Safety Commission.
This is Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Salvador, kayo po ang nakikinig at nanonood Fil-Am Radio Show dito po sa Seattle, Washington, USA. At ang aking pong mga kasama ay...
Ako po si Kuya Bert Caoili.
And Vicky Navarro.
And I'm NorbCam Caoili, also known as NorbCam.
And our special
and
guest.
Our guest disappeared.
Yeah, while we're...
Oh, there she
before
is.
we go back, Hi, Cherry. Before we go back to Cherry, Vicky, would you like to do your short report in your events?
Sure. I don't know if Danielle's ready, but Ate Miles, if you have your numbers, and I'll just wait for Danielle to say if he has all the information.
That's good. Good point.
I think he's still working on it. So, Ate Miles, I think you should do your report first.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, okay. This is a very short one. Okay, this is the latest updates of coronavirus from COVID-19 Information Center. Queensland, Australia, the total cases is 919,282. Daily new cases is 6,462. In United States of America, the confirmed cases is 80,686,310. The new cases is 499,355. In the Philippines, the confirmed cases is 3,683,211. The new cases is 3,450. So, the global total cases is 475,421,359, and the daily new cases is 268,060. Yan po ang latest updates from coronavirus from COVID Information Center. So, let's listen to Old Corona Road by Old Town Road, Lil Nas, Coronavirus Parody. Caleb, thank you.
Coronavirus. Yeah, I'm gonna take my mask to the grocery store. Gonna social distance till I can't no more. Gonna take my mask to the grocery store. Gonna social distance till I can't no more. I got the Lysol in the back, Clorox wipes attached, N95 mask, got the gloves, it's black to match. Going to the grocery, eating too much food. Been pacing in the kitchen, you ain't been up off that couch now. I just wanna go outside, still wanna go outside. I just wanna go outside, still wanna go outside. Dark talking to my hamster, going a little crazy. Hamster is my baby, you can go and ask her. My life in pandemic, watched too many movies, running out of TP, rashes on my booty. I just wanna go outside, still wanna go outside. I just wanna go outside, still wanna go outside. Yeah, I'm gonna take my mask to the grocery store, gonna social distance till I can't no more. Gonna take my mask to the grocery store, gonna social distance till I can't no more. Mask down inside, living like it's fallout. Spend my stimulus check on a brand new guitar. Baby is a hamster, hamster wheels and hamster food. Walking down the street, keeping 6 feet apart. Got a lot of stress, I've been over all this. Could really use a vaccine so I could kick on back. Wish I could roll on back to that grocery store. Gonna social distance till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my mask to the grocery store. Gonna social distance till I can't no more. Gonna listen to reason till I get bored and infect Granny for some endless apps. Listen, I know we all want to get outside. More importantly, we all want to get back to work. But we gotta stick together, listen to reason, listen to science. We can beat this. Fauci, Fauci, out.
Yan po ang old Corona Road, ang coronavirus parody. We're back. Okay, Vicky, are you ready?
I don't know if Daniel's ready, but we have a couple of questions for Miss Sherry Gill. Do you have any hobbies that you do while you are not singing? And then can you tell us a little bit about what would be a great message to your fans today?
Wow, fans. I consider them supporters. But I would say thank you guys for your support. It's always a blessing to have someone that support what you love to do, you know? So I appreciate each and every one of them. Hobbies. My only hobby really is because I'm a single mom. So I do a lot of mom things. When I'm not singing or working, I just take my son out and play. That's my hobbies for now.
How old is your son?
Yeah.
He's 7. So it's the fun age.
Okay.
Wow.
Does he like to sing too? You got him
Yes,
going on that path?
he likes to play drums more than singing, but
wow.
he's getting
Yeah.
there.
You're
he
only
might
a
be like a
baby
Bruno Mars.
yourself.
Yes, he does have a video singing Bruno Mars. He loves Bruno Mars.
I was going to say, multi-talented. That's awesome.
Cherry, Irving Mendoza get a question for you. Do you prefer to be a freelance performer than being an exclusive band member with a band?
At the moment, I've been in an exclusive band for years and years, and there's a pros and there's a cons about it. The pro is that you have consistent gigs. There's consistency to that. The only cons that I could probably say is it kind of limits your ability to be creative in a sense. And so being, for me at the moment, while I'm working on a project that I really want to do, is working for me for the meantime. But eventually, once I got something this Diva Fever project that I'm working on set, then I would be more likely going to be having that as like 90% exclusive on that end, because I'm looking at it as a bigger thing eventually. So for the meantime, yes, freelance is what I would like
Hey,
to do.
Cherry, since this is a rare chance that we have a vocalist who's actually local here. Usually we have all these Australian singers. We can't go see them live, but you must have some gigs coming up, right?
Yes, I do.
Where can we see you sing in person?
So, well, right now I work, as far as seeing me performing in a public event, I will be this Saturday at called Infusion Bar and Grill. It's in Snoqualmie. It's a bar. I will be performing with Soundproof. This band is amazing. They're worth to see for sure. This is my first time working with this band, so that. But most of the events or gigs that I have lined up are mostly private, so they're corporate events. That's mainly from the Hit Explosion band that I work with. But for the meantime, public event for this coming up is this Saturday. It will be an Infusion Bar and Grill in Snoqualmie. It starts at 8 p.m. and that's with the Soundproof band.
Nice.
Great. Yeah.
Great. Well, I think Danielle is ready with some information with community events and updates and what am I doing nowadays. And then we'll get back to Miss Sherry Gill with her, Sherry G, I'm sorry.
G.
With her, Sherry G with your next song. Okay, Danielle? All right, so I will be in Seattle this Saturday at 10 a.m. for a senior distribution with our families in Seattle at 10 a.m. at the Seattle Council House. And so if you are available and would like some, if you know any seniors who are in that area, please have them come to see at the Seattle Council's House on Madison and 17th in Seattle. And our next picture here is, I just wanted to say a shout out to our families, our partners, communities who's been through us. I have to say, Arts of Love is finally open. And I wanted to say thank you to all our supporters who has been with us through the beginning. It's just been a challenge. We got the keys on March 4th, and we with the prayers of God and the community, we be able to open on just last Friday on April 15th, and we are so excited. This is a place where we bring community together through art. So if you guys have a chance, we're at the Auburn Outlet Mall. And also I have to support us with Lend a Hand Community Outreach. I have a video, Danielle. We are doing a support today. Today is the day that we would like to share. Thank you so much, Danielle.
As Vicky Navarro, I am the vice president here of Lend a Hand Community Outreach. We're our free food distribution agency that goes around the state. We also have our top partners that work also with the community one-on-one. All the volunteers that come out here, we appreciate your heart, for giving your time to come out here and to serve. We're all around. We've been to Vancouver, Washington, Everett, Washington, King County in Renton, Auburn. And hey, if you have a chance to volunteer with us, man, come on. Our doors are always open. Lend a Hand Community Outreach doesn't have any grants. We're just using the donations that are given to us. And it's been challenging for us, but we are still here. Lend a Hand Community Outreach will always be here no matter what. We just keep trying. We keep moving. We got to keep moving forward. No matter if before the pandemic, no matter during the pandemic, or even if it slows down, we will continue to serve our community. Lend a Hand Community Outreach will always be for the families here wherever we are. That's why we partner with different organizations: East West Food Rescue, Amazon, ZAF Trucking, Arts of Love, Let's Co-op, Puget Sound, Cascadia Produce, and here in Bremerton, we have our partners here, God's Broken Home University and Island Hut. Thank you so much.
My name is Fia Taito. I'm the president and the executive director of Lend a Hand Community Outreach. Our mission is to bring relief to the community, and it is our vision to make sure that we bring hope and that no families are left behind. Our way of extending the help is by getting the community involved, and with Kids Have Giveaways effort in contributing to our work. I believe it'll help us a lot with our operation. We have moved well over 100 million pounds of food throughout the Pacific Northwest, having to transport food from one community to the other to make sure that we have fuel on our trucks, to make sure that we have items that are needed for transporting equipments like pallet jack. When maintenance goes down, those are things that the funding will be able to utilize. It's just sometimes words cannot express how my heart feels when, just to see people struggling. it's a motivation for me to do something and doing whatever it takes to make sure that the need is being met. We highly recommend everyone to please visit us at Lend a Hand Community Outreach on Facebook.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
Yeah, thank you for that, Vicky.
That's a good job.
Yes. So
great.
Yeah. I'm just overwhelmed with all the thank yous and the supporters who've been with us through the beginning, and I just want to thank you all, and my radio family here. Thank you for your love and support. It's just been a wonderful journey. So back to our special guest, Miss Sherry G. We would like to, what would you give advice to who would love to sing? What kind of advice would you love to tell your supporters who would like to be a singer like you? What kind of advice would you give them?
My advice, to be honest, is just to be out there. Follow, as there's always this one advice that everyone keeps telling everyone: just follow your dreams. So follow that, take that into action, talk to people, and I'm the type of person who I love to help whoever wants to start something. I got the help, and so I would love to help as well. So to whoever wants to start, don't be afraid to ask anyone for advice. Like to me, for instance, like April, she's one of my favorite local singer here. I reached out to her and I asked her, how do I start this previously? And we've been talking. She's been giving me advice. So it's same as that. So feel free to reach out to me. I have my Facebook. If you need help, where to start, get some type of connection to start with, just message me.
Perfect. And I have questions from Irving. What is your main reason to form your Diva Fiva girl group instead of just being a soloist singer?
I love his questions, Kuya Irving. Thank you. The main purpose why we started this Diva Fiva group rather than being a solo, one of the other thing is I enjoy being with friends. So these two girls are like a good girlfriends of mine. Very rare to find someone that can sing and don't feel like it's a competition. So with these girls that I perform with, who are my friends in real life, I want to do this with them together as a team. And so having the female empowerment as well. Within Seattle, it's very rare to find a girl group that does that. One of the other main reasons we also want to do this is because we're trying to promote diversity and unity, since we're like coming from different backgrounds. So like, I'm Filipino, she's from the Netherlands, and the other one's from the Caribbean. So having that different backgrounds and being able to work together, it's kind of like an amazing thing to see, having to create that diversity in a group. So that's what we're trying to promote, besides the fact that it's for female empowerment, since all we'll be performing is eventually all female songs from Aretha to Whitney to Madonna to Beyonce and Doja Cat. So we're just trying to
And then another question from Irving to Sherry G. Do you prefer to be a freelance performer than being an exclusive band member with a band?
She already answered that.
She did?
Oh, yeah. She did kind of talk about that, but she's frozen in time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's listen to another song from Cherry. Worst, I assume, Jojo, covered by Cherry G. Thank you, Caleb or Danielle. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, forgot who I was talking to. I don't wanna sabotage this. Love how they advertise it. I just wanna understand. I know you've been talking to your friends. Oh yeah, tired and I feel one-sided. Little misguided, but I ain't looking for a side chick. I know I'll be fucking other plans. I just wanna say, even though I thought I was right, I was going off the night. Sometimes I'm not that nice, even though I'm not the type. I just had a call for forgiveness. I know it's a list some double digits, and I do it all the time, yeah. Thinking you can read my fucking mind, yeah. I keep assuming you're gonna do shit that might break my heart, so I keep on my guard, and I know it's confusing. I put you through with my past and my scars, still make it harder, yeah. So always the worst I assume. So always the worst I assume. I've been sipping all night, ayo. I'm just picking up fine, ayo. Wondering if it's real life, ayo. If I'm just in the mood, I know it's gonna be safe. Arguing on the freeway, making shit about me, babe. On your beat, I know I thought I was right. I'm just going off tonight. Sometimes I'm not that nice, even though I'm not the type. I just had a call for forgiveness. I know it's at least some double digits, and I do it all the time, yeah. Thinking you could read my fucking mind, yeah. I keep assuming you're gonna do shit that might break my heart, so I keep on my guard, and I know it's confusing. I put you through with my past and my scars, still make it harder. So always the worst I assume. So always the worst I assume. Always the worst I assume, and I always do it. You ain't in the mood for it.
Yan po ang worst I assume by our special guest, Cherry G. Back to you guys. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. I chose that. That's pretty. Yeah.
I have a question, Miss Sherry. What was your first tune, your first song that, you know, when you were young, at the age of 4, that you were performing? Do you remember that you keep remembering or
I
singing?
remember it completely. It was the Imelda Poppins song, the Lunes, tayo'y na, that song.
Can you sing that for us real quick?
Forgot the song.
A little piece of it, yeah.
Yeah, but that was my first song, Imelda Poppins song.
And what is your favorite song with Whitney Houston?
My favorite song is "I Will Always Love You."
Oh, wonderful!
Always my favorite song.
Yes, yes.
That never ends.
Wow. So, do you also dance and perform at the same time, or are you just extremely just a singer?
I try to dance. I'm not the best dancer. But I can do some moves, which it is required for me to do, especially if you're an entertainer. Kuya Norb knows that because I've seen him dance and sing with his guitar. But yes, we are required to do some type of movements in order to, have the audience be captivated and enjoy watching you. And that's always to me, that's the main thing. If you're trying to be an entertainer, you have to have some moves in order to entertain your audience or the show.
Yeah.
You know who could give you some tips on that? April. She used to do a Shakira song.
I've seen her video.
You've seen her do that? Oh man, she would just go solo. Everybody on the band would just clear out, and she would just do this whole drum solo. Almost like a belly dancer routine. It was.
Oh wow!
Well, if you remember Miles, We were
Yeah.
trying to get April, and she consented.
I did.
And then she
Yeah.
backed out for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She said she's sorry. I scheduled her twice. Then all of a sudden she said she's sorry because she's too busy with her business and other things, you know. Yeah.
Maybe we could get her again. But I just wanna, Miles, I just wanna remind people that
Yeah.
we're gonna change our procedure. Before we used to play the closing song as a background, and
Yeah.
in many cases we couldn't actually hear the song because of
Yeah.
the fact that it's just a background while we're
Mhm.
saying goodbye. So I think we should play the completely the closing song, and then after
Yeah.
that we could always so we could listen to this song, and then
Yeah,
we could
okay.
just say bye to afterwards. Is
Yeah,
that
okay.
okay with everybody?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's listen to our last song by Cherry G, Easy on Me, by Cherry G. Thank you, Caleb or Danielle.
There ain't no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there's hope in this water, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence. Baby, let me go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me. There ain't no room for things to change when we are both so deeply stuck in our ways. You can't deny how hard I've tried. I chose who I was to put you above first, but now I give up. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me. I had good intentions and the highest hopes, but I know right now it probably doesn't even show. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
Alright.
Yan po ang Easy on Me by Cherry G. Before anything else, Irving said to all, I will see you next week again. And Cherry, it was nice to see you guesting today. I will see you for prom Sunday soon. Take care. Ang bilis po ng ating orasan. Ako po ay magpapaalam na sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang Fil-Am Radio Show. Ito po si Miles Salvador. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagtangkilik sa aming programa hanggang sa susunod pong Martes. Thank you everyone and Kuya Bert.
At mga kaibigan, of course, magpapaalam na po kaming lahat. Let's hear it first with Vicky. Say your goodbyes now.
Thank you everyone for watching. Vicky Navarro, and we will see you next Tuesday at the same time.
And Norb.
Yeah, thanks for watching again. Thanks for having me. And yes, we will see you next week. Cherry, it's great to talk to you. You have a wonderful, wonderful voice.
Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much, Cherry.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
And as we close our program,
Samahan po
join me.
natin si Kuya Bert sa kanyang huling panalangin sa araw na ito. So let's bow our heads.
Ama namin, purihin ang iyong pangalan. Nagpupuri po kami at nagpapasalamat sa mga dakilang biyaya, buhay, lakas at subaybay na ipinagkaloob po sa amin mula sa oras na ito hanggang sa wakas ng aming buhay. Amen.
Amen. Next in Rainier Avenue Radio is Real Estate and Money with Tina Lombard Harris and Violeta Strash. And every Wednesday at 9 to 11 p.m. Fresh Juice with the Money. Maraming salamat po. Fresh
See you
Juice with the
guys,
Money every Wednesday at
everybody.
9 to 11 p.m. Thank you. I love you all. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.